Hello, guys. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can
Yeah,
hear you. Can
thank
I
you.
give you a quick introduction?
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here. We have two rooms, so I just introduced it there, and now I'm here. I was a little bit confused, but this is Natalia. Correct me if I'm wrong. Revonyuk. I
Perfect.
got it?
Yes.
Okay. She's a contemporary artist, entrepreneur, and teacher. She works on the field of energy art and dot art, also in augmented reality art. I'm very curious for this presentation. Thank you so much for being with us, Natalia.
Thank you so much, Mara, for introducing, and thank you for technical help. Now I can speak. Everybody can hear me. Thank you so much. And so thank you all for getting together today, and thanks Anne for invitation. My speech will divide in three parts. First of all, I speak a little about myself as an artist, where I get inspiration. Then I will show you one video how I work with my technique and artworks. And in the end, I will show you and explain what is the project, The Art of Living. So if everybody is ready, let's start. My name is Natalia. I born and raised in Ukraine, in western part of Ukraine, and I travel a lot. Last 15 years, I have been in 80 countries, is almost half of the world, and I see how different art is on all part of the world, how different are people. We have different mentality, tradition, religions, but I also feel that we are connected somehow, and on some deep level, definitely we all are one. So I have huge interest and courage to find out how does this world works, who we are and why we are here. I read a lot of books from esoterics to epigenetic and quantum physics. I did participate in a lot of energetic practices from cosmoenergic, bioenergy, Vipassana, ayahuasca, everything what I could find, because I was looking for the information, who am I and what is the world around, how everything is work here. And for now, I do meditation daily from 40 minutes to several hours. For now, I can say for sure I know who I am and why I'm here. And now it's time to share. Uh, so I am an artist and entrepreneur and also a teacher. As an artist, I working since 8 years in different techniques. But now I have my own technique, which was born from dot art, energy art, and sacred geometry. If I can share my screen, I will show you a video. Yeah, perfect. I can do it. So how it starts and from where I get the inspiration, it begins from sacred geometry. I was inspired by the book of Secret of Flower of Life by Melchizedek. And it was really interesting journey for me. When I started to draw, I started to receive some insights, some additional information. Always painting for me is a state of flow. Then there is no space and no time, and 6 hours can disappear in one moment. Of course, I'm using nowadays technologies to digitize my art. For example, this one you have, I used Unity to create an additional art pieces which exist only in a virtual world, but every mobile phone can recognize them when you put your camera on the art piece. And this additional things gives me possibility to show my art from other dimension. Because I believe that I put not only some paint, mostly it's acrylic paint on canvas, but I believe I also put part of me, part of my soul and my energy on the canvas. And this is not visible for everybody. Only sensitive people can see energy and information field. So with the help of virtual reality and augmented reality, I want to show what is behind. Yes, what is not only visible by eyes, but can be visible by heart. Here you will see different art pieces in my technique from different years. And you see, this is a pretty time-consuming technique. You need to put every dot separately. And also I put some symbols which I feel are right for this art piece. Sometimes I just start to create some art and somebody call me and says, I feel that you create art for my home, for example, and this is very nice. Also, I am participating in different fairs in Ukraine and abroad with my art. But the most pleasure moment for me is to receive pictures from the customer house with my artwork, and to receive information from them that they are happy to have it in their home. It inspires them and they feel really, really nice together with my art piece in their home. This is one more example of augmented art, when the paint from canvas goes to the volume and shows how it works and how it moves. I use Unity and I used Art Revive for creating this augmented reality. Also, I'm working with virtual reality mask named Oculus Quest. It's very easy to use and it's a lot of fun. You can create not only usual art pieces, but you can create by light and by stones. You can create by any material, and I really believe this is the future of the art. Digitalization will definitely go to every corner. Here I show that usually I work on a black background, because when it's black background, the light source is visible better. Also, black makes colors appears better. And this is just like a vacuum, like nothing. And that's why I prefer to work on a black background. So as you can see, I use different tools and different colors. Most of the time I use acrylic in a small tube, which gives me possibility to create these small dots. And after drying, these dots stay volume and you can touch them, you can feel them. I also had a project when people with bad vision or blind people, they came to the place where were artworks and they touch these artworks and they feel them and they were really, really happy. This is the part of this project, when you can feel every dot and you can touch it and you can understand what author wanted to say with this art piece. Of course, creating art is a very interesting and inspiring part, but share it is also very important and very inspiring. When I see people touched by the art, and when I see that on somehow, on some way, when they look on art piece, they look inside their self, and maybe they can understand better their self. I use some also video editing to create some movements. Usually I use a lot of different music, but today I switch it off to have possibility to explain how it looks like. This is how process looks if I decide to choose something from the physical world, for example, like elephant. First of all, I create this physical object, then I concentrate on the picture and I feel the energy of the animal, and then I create by dots. I create this energy on the canvas, how I feel it. And what is very interesting, that without naming the art piece, people can say what I wanted to say by this art, even without reading the name. For example, this elephant name is a wisdom, and it's pretty big work. It's 1.5 meter. And this work is now in museum in Ukraine. And this little frog was created on a beginning of quarantine time. Name is flexibility, as flexibility is the most important currency of nowadays, because nothing is stable now in the world, and it's very important to be flexible and to flow together with the new energies we have now on Earth. I also work with the different tools. As you can see, it's Mastachin technique. It gives the possibility to create more bold and more volume painting. I love huge formats. This is almost 2 meters canvas. And usually I show my video with a speedy, but this is real speed. So you can see how much time I need to create it. A small piece of this video I let in the usual speed, and the rest definitely I need like 10 times speed to show how it works. So this artwork, I was inspired by traveling to warm countries where these nice, beautiful flowers are growing. And I also showed the name of this art piece is Inspiration, as I showed how people and plants and everything is connected, because energy is flowing from one object to another. Everything is alive and everything is connected. So I show energy in my art pieces as a white, usually white, sometimes different colors, but usually white dots. So this is shortly about my art. And now I will tell about, I know we have only 5 minutes remains, it is good. I will show, my project. This is the project of my soul. The name is Art of Living. And this is one more short video. So this project, oh, I'm sorry, I will switch off. This project is created to show people that they can live life of their dream, that everything is possible. First of all, we give them possibility to create their own art pieces. People who doesn't believe that they can do this, after a few hours, they create a huge, beautiful art piece. Also children, this was event for children, they start to believe on their self. They start to believe if they can create art, they can be more confident also in their usual life. They start take responsibility of their own life, not making excuses. I'm not doing what I want because I can't. They are not waiting for some artificial possibilities. They create possibilities by themselves. And this is so inspiring to see their eyes that they say, oh my God, now I can do everything. Sorry. And they are so happy to participate in these events. I do it as a charity, especially for children, of course. Usually it's on a Christmas time here in Ukraine, offline, when we do not have quarantine restriction. We invite children with parents, and we create an event for them where they can do their own art. And this project now has almost 2 years. Also, adults participate in this project, and this gives freedom to do what they want. This gives freedom also for me. I teach on this project, and I also learn from them. And such projects then inspire another artist in my city also do the same. And now we have around 12 artists, which gives children possibility to create for free. We share our knowledge, we share our inspiration, we create some celebration for them, we prepare some presents for them, and it is very inspiring for me and also for the whole families who took part in this project. So 18 minutes. Okay, I think it was good timing. Thank you very, very much to everybody who participated. You are very welcome to my Instagram, Facebook page. Text me anytime if you have any question about my techniques or what I'm doing or project, The Art of Living. I will be happy to share with you everything I know. I hope you are a little bit more inspired, and I wish you all a nice day today. If you have any question now, I'm ready to answer, of course.
Nataliya, first of all, I want to say thank you so much for sharing with us.
Thank you.
I love seeing the work. You know, one of the things that came to my mind was it made me think of like in early photography or painting, when people were like, how do we capture motion and movement with a 2D art, right? And maybe we open the shutter speed and we get the blur. But as I was watching yours, it was like, oh, it's a whole nother question of like, how do we show energy? How do we capture energy, right? Can you talk a little bit about that and about using some of that augmented art that you create?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much for your question. I'm so happy you understand the deep meaning of my talk. It's very important. First of all, it took me several years to understand and to feel the energy, how it flows on the world. And now I can see it. Of course, not every time, but I need to go to the stage when I feel happy and harmony and calm, then I see the energy. After I see it, it's completely different. You can't use just paint and canvas. You need to find another tool to show it. And as I am not only artist, but also entrepreneur, I have my own IT company, and we are working in a field of virtual reality and augmented reality for interior design. That's why I thought that I can use my professional skill from the other area to show energy as an artist. And then I started several years ago to use this tool. First of all, I used Unity, but Unity, it's a pretty heavy and difficult tool to work with this. So for example, if you remember DNA picture with green bubbles on a house, this took me like 1 month to create. So this really a lot of time. Then I find a nice tool named Art Revive. I will share a link if somebody is interested. It's very easy to use. You can have like 3 pictures for free, and then if you want more, you need to pay for the space. But to try, it's a very good tool. You can upload your video, and camera will recognize your art piece, and then your video will cover your art piece. So that's how you create video on the top of the art piece. It's very easy to do. You just need to create fast art piece, and then you need to create a video. It can be up to 3 layers of video, and they can cover each other. And then for people who look on your art piece first time, it looks like magic. They took their phone, put on the art piece. For example, here I have one of my art piece. And then on a screen appears additional movement makes, but this Art Revive. And here it's enough 1 day to create a nice video and nice picture. If we compare Unity for 1 month and 1 day for Art Revive, I'm voting for Art Revive, definitely. So I use, yeah.
I was just going to say, can you post that in the chat? And the name of it, art.
Yeah.
One is Unity and the other.
Yeah. 1 second. artrevive.com. Okay, chat. This is it. You have it? artrevive.com. Is it on the chat? No?
I'm not seeing it in the chat, but I do see that Chris Coyle, I'm just going to read what he said. He said, I find your approach very cosmic, with lots of resonance within the universe. Black canvas lit up by path of stars, energy beyond ourselves.
Oh, no.
Yeah. It sounds like it's what you were just speaking of is also like an incredible medium for collaborations between different artists that are working in different formats.
Yeah,
So right away, yeah, as a filmmaker, I'm like, oh, I might have to try something like that and see what happens. I have a question. I'm wondering, because I know I have friends who are energy healers. And I'm curious about your thoughts on the healing aspects of art.
Yeah. Oh, thank you for this question. It's it's very deep, definitely. I am advanced student of Joe Dispenza. If somebody knows who is here, who is this? I meet Anne on Joe Dispenza week-long event. Oh, I see the sign. Somebody knows. So I did several this week-long, and I'm advanced student, so I definitely did a lot of healings. And also I did healings as a cosmo-energetic, this another practice when you use cosmic energy for healing other people. But I believe now that only love is the strongest instrument which we can share and what can heal the people. What I think now, we can't definitely heal people. We can help them to feel harmony. And this harmony in their field create a coherent pattern which help them to feel better. And this good mood help them to become healthy. And definitely canvas and paint as an instrument and tools which have my energy. Yes, definitely. If I have very high good mood, if I am in harmony when I create an art, definitely this art contains this energy. I can't say how long it will last, but if you go to some museum, you see that some really beautiful art pieces from centuries, you can feel the energy from these art pieces. So I hope it will long last. But I believe that picture which you like and which make you a little bit more harmonious and a little bit more happy can also heal. I really believe it makes a good impact on energy field of person and on a state of mind as well. So we can share our love by conversation, by communication, and art is one of the way of communication.
Yeah, I agree with you totally. And at the end of the day, all of us are just different. Everything is a different vibration, right?
You're right. Everything is vibration.
Yeah. I would love to know well, first of all, if there are other questions from anyone here in the room, please, I think you're all available to unmute yourselves and ask if you want, or to write it in the chat. But if not, I would love to know what you're working on now, or what's in the future for you.
Okay, right now I am working on one beautiful princess room. I also do painting on a wall. I don't know if I can move my camera. Today, you see, this is mural in my home office. So right now I'm doing such a beautiful mural for one small princess. She is 8 years old and she dreamed to become an artist when she grow up. So I try not to do only by myself, but I try to invite her and give her some pieces. So we create together her new room, and this is very inspiring. Definitely working with the children inspires me a lot. They are so open, they are so natural, they are so straight. This is also inspires me. But mainly what I'm working now, this project, The Art of Living, and different techniques of the art. I'm study all the time. Now I'm post-graduating university of art dealers and contemporary art artists. So I'm working also of my own brand, and I continue to show my art to the world. But for me, it's very important to connect this energy, love to art, to not doing a art piece just to put something, if you have hole in your wall, you know, just to cover the hole. I really want to create a meaningful and powerful art which can help make this world a little bit better.
That's awesome. And I see a question from Adrian Keith, who is asking, what's the very first step I can take to follow your art healing journey?
Oh, I actually never did it online, but I think we can we can find out something. Usually I do it in my home city in Lviv, or when I'm traveling, and I'm traveling a lot. I think the best way will be now to connect. Yes, you can find, for example, you can write me to Instagram. I will put my account to the chat. And if you will write me, I'm pretty sure we will find a way how to do it. Because a lot of adult people also asking for this, and we are doing some small session for small group from 3 to 15 people, sit together and create. Because, you know, when you look at the art piece, yes, definitely you feel this love, energy, and this good. But when you start to create by yourself, this multiplies 1,000 times. And then you have much stronger self-confidence, much stronger self-love, and you understand much more about the world.
Wonderful. Nataliya, I want to thank you so much for coming to share. And we're going to move on to the next speaker, but I wanted to ask you just to please put any places that we can follow your work or stay in touch with you. That would be wonderful. And again, thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you so much for inviting and for your question. And
I have so many more questions, but maybe we'll have to continue later. I know at the very end of the day, there's a networking session or a community session where everyone can come together. So I invite you to come. And I would love to ask you a few more questions when we get the chance.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, and good luck to everyone who will have a speech later. Thank you, guys. Have a nice day.
Yeah.